everybody. I'm Trudy Williams. I'm the Rotary Club of Tyler's current president. Go ahead and take your cell phones out, and if they are not on silent, please place them on silent. And then, as we always do, go ahead and find all of your best friends or the whole entire room, if you would like, and take a selfie and post it to your favorite social media page. If you don't want to do that, you can always leave it to our trusty public information officer, Bill Kroom, and then also Rochelle can be counted on to get pictures of everyone. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. Sorry. Okay. But yes, they'll get pictures as well, and you can check into Holly Tree Country Club. You can also check into the Rotary Club of Tyler, both places, to let everybody know that you are here and this is where you are. Okay. Big shout out to the dynamic duo of greeters, Greg and Patty Papa. I'm sure every one of you was thoroughly greeted today as you walked in the door, and I'm really sad that Vicki was out this week. I love her music. It's always nice to have that introductory music, but she may be out of town. So now, if you will please, I want to welcome Greg Palka. He's going to lead us in the national anthem and Pledge of Allegiance.
Yay! Everybody can please stand, face the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you, Greg. And now our immediate past president, Allison Camry, will lead us in the invocation and do our introductions.
Let us pray. Blessed God, you so amply give us daily provision from your wonderful storehouse. Bless our portion today and give us grateful hearts. For it is in your most holy name that we pray, and let all the people say, Amen. Amen. You may be seated. Looking over on visitors and people that we have today, I noticed that we have someone who didn't get enough of us last week and spying about how great our club is, driven all the way from Dallas once again. Sarana, are you here? Please stand. It was great to have you back. Wonderful. And then great. Wonderful. Glad to have you here. Are there any guests or Rotarians that I have missed? Yes?
Okay.
We get everybody? Okay. President Trudy, here you are.
Thank you, Allison. Well, I'm so glad to have our guests with us again. Okay, if you are coming back for the second or third time, we do have a little unwritten rule. You visit us 3 times, and we really do expect you to become a permanent part of our family. We are very happy to have our guests. We hope you stay. Okay, and now for this week in history, this is one of my favorite parts of the meeting, Paul Reiser.
Thank you. Starting today, the 31st of August, 1997, not that long ago, in a high-speed dash intended to evade paparazzi, Diana, Princess of Wales, and her companion Dodi Al-Fayed were killed when their car spun out of control in a Paris traffic tunnel and crashed. It was one of the biggest stories of the decade. On the 1st of September, 1939, this is a very big day, Germany invaded Poland, marking the beginning of World War II. It would take just a month and 5 days for the battle to end with a thorough rout of the Polish army. 2,076 days later, when Germany surrendered on May 8, 1945, an estimated 60 million European civilian and military lay dead, a number equal to 15% of Europe's 1940 population. On the 2nd of September in 1969, the first transaction at an ATM, automated teller machine, it's not an ATM machine, okay? It's an automated teller machine, okay? Was completed that transaction was completed at a branch chemical bank in New York City. The ATM was the brainchild of a man named Don Wetzel. He was an executive with the Docutel Corporation in Dallas. Docutel's primary business at the time was automated baggage handling equipment for the airline industry. On the 3rd of September, 1783, the last battle of the American Revolution, having ended with the surrender of British General Charles Lord Cornwallis at Yorktown, Virginia in October of 1781. Here on September 3rd, 1783, the Treaty of Paris was signed by the American delegation, which included Benjamin Franklin and representatives of King George III of Great Britain, officially ending the American War of Revolution against the British. On the 4th of September, in 1888, a man named George Eastman received a patent for the roll film camera, and he registered the trademark Kodak. As late as 1979, Kodak commanded a 90% share of film and camera sales in the U.S. In 1975, in one of the great blunders in American industrial history, Kodak patented the first handheld digital camera, but then was slow to develop the technology for fear of cannibalizing their immensely profitable film business. And Kodak, about 7 or 8 years later, went bankrupt and liquidated. Somebody else owns the brand now. On the 5th of September, 1836, having the previous April led 800 Texas soldiers to a surprise attack victory over 1,500 men of General Antonio Lopez de Santa Anna's Mexican army, Sam Houston was elected as the first president of the Republic of Texas. And finally, on the 6th of September in 1901, while shaking hands with a well-wisher at the Pan American Exhibition in Buffalo, New York, a 28-year-old anarchist named Leon Chalgaz fired 2 shots into the chest of President William McKinley. The president rose slightly on his toes before collapsing forward, saying, "Be careful how you tell my wife." After initially appearing to be on the mend following surgery, McKinley succumbed to gangrene in one of the wounds on September 14th. Birthdays in the coming week, starting today, actor Richard Gere, Pretty Woman, turns 74 today. Lily Tomlin turns 84 tomorrow. Former Steelers quarterback and current broadcaster Terry Bradshaw turns 75 on Saturday. Bob Newhart turns 94 on Tuesday. And Governor Chris Christie, who will never be president of the United States, turns 61 on Wednesday, and that's this week in history.
Thank you, Paul. Okay. Oh, that was very informative, and I don't know how you got that information, but thank you for letting us know he would never be president of the United States. I was worried.
I was there last Wednesday.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, just a little bit of Rotary business. If you were here last week, I informed the membership about a donation that the board voted on, that we all decided collectively that we would send a donation of $1,000 to Maui, and specifically help it through the Rotary that's set up there. The Rotary Club is the Lahaina Sunrise, is that right? So Maui is definitely devastated, and that Rotary Club has basically spurred into action. And of course, 5830, which is our district, is working really closely with District 5000, which is their district. But I really wanted to hopefully help you to put a face and make this more personal for you. So Brandy, who is also the current president for the South Tyler Rotary Club, is a past president for the Lahaina Sunrise Rotary Club in Maui. She's kept a very close contact with them throughout this, and she would just like to come and say a couple of things to you all about that situation.
Thank you, Trudy. So I've tried to do all this without crying because I've done a lot of crying the last few weeks. But I have my badge, my past president badge. So long story short, my in-laws also lived in Lahaina. They have moved to Tyler, bought a house, bought 2 new cars because they lost everything in the fire. That was their 22nd move. They are retired Air Force, and my mother-in-law goes, we literally are starting over. I had to go buy a toothbrush and underwear. We literally are starting over from scratch. So it's been a lot. My club there, Lahaina Sunrise, no longer has a place to meet. They met at the Pioneer Inn. If you've ever been to Maui, it's a very wonderful place. I've spent many, many hours in there. It's gone. All of their club belongings are gone, and 50% of the club lost their homes. That's just for the Sunrise Club. We also have the Lahaina Evening Club and Lahaina Noon Club. I can't even count how many members of both of those clubs also lost a home. So it is pretty devastating. I got a text literally at 11:30 today as I was on my way here from someone who used to work for me. I owned a business in Hawaii. Unbelievable that business is still standing. Everything around it is burnt, but it was a metal company that all of our equipment was in, and it's still standing. So I was like, Sam, I told you there's a glimmer of hope in all of this. But Ron, who used to work for me, just sent this to me, and he's very Hawaiian, so I make sure it didn't have any foul language in it, because that's sometimes what he does. But it says, I heard of a Luku fire captain say they picked up femurs and rib bones and poof, turned into powder. He's like, what the heck is going on in our town, Brandy? My nephew is captain in the Pele, which is right outside of Lahaina. His father-in-law just passed from an illness, plus his house is torched too. Now people are feeling the uncertainty of just living. West Maui. Do you think tourists will fill any rooms here? There's nothing for them. My friend is head chef at the gazebos. If you've ever been to Maui, you had to go eat at gazebo. It was just delicious. In the Pele, Jerry may shut it down. Gate Gourmet has let go of some style. I know some maintenance guys at hotels in Kihei are told to come in for a few hours each day, cutting the payroll. Pool guys are told not to go in. In the days, holy crap, Randy, I had to vent. So my love to your Ohana. So that is what is going on. That is real life. This was just sent to me. So it's probably 7 a.m. for him there. So that's just kind of the day-to-day of what's going on. And so I just thought I would share. I thought that was really funny that this came across in my text today. And so I know our club, our foundation is taking money, but I always just say D5000 is also the way to go. Del Green is the foundation chair. Bizarre story, but he was district governor the year before I was president. He was also in Tom DeWitt's class, who was one of our past district governors. And so Tom and Del know each other. They were classmates and got along really well. So I just said my Rotary role just came full circle. So it's been a really neat thing to see people here in Tyler and in East Texas step up and send their donations that way. So I just want to come in and thank you guys for that donation and just kind of give you guys a heads up of what's going on there.
We really want you to know that we're with you. We're going to support as much as we can, and that's really important for us to all band together. And I think it's wonderful how Rotarians that far away, you are a part of a global group, and we're all here to help each other. That's devastating. I cannot imagine ever having to deal with 50% of my members losing their homes. I don't know. I don't even know what I would do. I know I put one foot in front of the other, but that's got to be tough. So, okay, Rotary business, the last day to sign up and prepay for your box lunch. I thought that was yesterday, but can they still pay today? Yes, Holly says yes. So if you haven't signed up for your box lunch for the vocational visit that is going to be September 7th to Breckenridge Village, you can still do so. The cost for that is $20, and she will have a form for you to fill out on what you want. We still need, many of you have been, okay. Yes, I already covered that. Okay. We got a neat little email, and I know I got it, and I think a few other people got this, but a lot of people have been asking about Fran. And I know in the email that I got, Holly said, oh my goodness, can you read this at the meeting? Yes, I can, because I know a bunch of you have been wondering how she's doing. If you got a chance to go to the spelling bee, she did attend the spelling bee. But her email that she wants everyone to hear is, hello, I am still ill and have been at home a lot. My speech therapist says my job should help me remember stuff I have lost. My brain was really zapped. The only crowd I have been in was at the spelling bee where Dr. Edwards insisted I go. Thank you for doing that for her. I hope everyone still remembers me. I review the membership list to keep the names fresh. I am looking forward to my 80th birthday, which falls on Thursday, September 28th, and Charles says he will get me to Rotary as a present. Looking forward to talking more with you. Still struggle to pronounce long words. I feel still lucky with only the speech problem. See you soon, Rotary Fran. If you have the time, if you wouldn't mind reaching out to her and letting her know that, no, we have not forgotten her, and we are looking forward to her visit on September 28th, and that's a wonderful gift. So she really misses all of us, and Rotary is a big part of Fran's life. Okay, we need your July and August volunteer hours. Please email them to Holly. I know you've heard me say that before. All of your volunteer work counts. Grocery sacks. Bringing your grocery sacks, the plastic ones, are an ongoing project that we're going to be continuing to do for the East Texas Food Bank. The East Texas Food Bank has a mobile food pantry. They need those sacks for that. And I don't know if you guys have ever volunteered with their mobile food pantry, but they will actually bag things up, and they actually can tell people. I know during COVID, they would tell people where they were going to be. If you were struggling with groceries or struggling with food, they would have drop-off locations, especially in lots of remote areas where you could come by and get food. So September 7th, upcoming program, I've already mentioned it. We're going to be at Breckenridge Village. Remember, if you want to go to that, please pay your $20 for your lunch. Okay, today is kind of a really fun day. We are going to have new member inductions. And then we're also going to have some information on club leadership interest. We've got a lot of dynamic members in this club, a lot of movers and shakers, and it's fun to get new members, to welcome them in. And it's also fun that whenever we do that, we can go ahead and put you to work, see where you'd like to get plugged in. Rotary is just like a lot of things. You're going to get out of it what you put into it. So I encourage you to get involved. You can start small, and then, we'll let you get a little bit of training in before we put you on a big job. But I promise you, it's some of the best work you've ever done. So now I'd like to welcome Greg Palka to the podium. He is our membership chair, and he is going to lead us in the program for new member inductions.
Hey, thank you, Judy. Well, you guys, it is a great day because it's new member celebration day, but accordance with our new bylaws and this season, we're looking for also the opportunity to solicit new membership, new leadership. So real briefly, Rotary is about friendship and service. Fellowship is the foundation that clubs are built on. Service is how we live out that life together in our club. And at this time of year, and in accordance with our new club bylaws, we'll be soliciting those amongst you, our tribe, who are willing to step forward and help lead as a part of the club leadership. Now, there's lots of opportunities that you're going to hear about today. Each of our directors is actually going to talk about what they do, what their vocational service area does, the projects that they do. They'll be coming forward to ask you. And then on the table, you'll have a survey, a club leadership survey. There's a handful of leadership surveys on the table. You also got an email to fill that survey out electronically via email from me this morning at 10 o'clock. All we're asking is, hey, you're interested? Yes, you're not interested after the day's information. don't feel bad if you don't, if you can't be a part of the club leadership stuff. We know that you are serving in many, many other ways. Just if there is some way that's of interest to you that you hear about today that you would like to take part in, just please let us know, because oftentimes we just don't know what your interests are. And so this is a great day to do that. So I'm going to have each club service director come forward and give 1 or 2 minutes about what they do, who they are, what they're looking for in terms of help. And unfortunately, our first club service, our first directors that I would call forward are Chris and Christy Hill. Husband and wife team, does everybody know Chris and Christy Hill? Okay, so they're down in the Gulf right now enjoying vacation, so they're not here. So I actually get to announce our international project for this year, one of several international projects. But on your table, you have this flyer. The Hills have designed, I think, probably one of the most ingenious Rotary plans for international service for a local club here in East Texas that we're going to be a part of. They have established a relationship with TJC and have been given permission to host with friendships and mentors international students. So on the 13th of September at 5:30 over in the Apache rooms, we're having an information meeting for anybody who's interested in becoming a mentor or friend to international students who are currently attending TJC. If you're interested, please reach out to the Hills. They're looking for help on that for sure. And that would be our first big kickoff meeting. So you're not behind the power curve. It's kicking off on the 13th of September. You'll get a chance to meet the international students that night. There is food provided. The Hills will be potentially asking members who are going to go to that for a dessert or something along that line, or we're just going to feed them really bad pizza and, welcome to America, which is, probably something that they're going to love anyway. But on the 13th, that's our international service. There's other projects that are coming up, and we've already done one, technically. Our DDF funds, our district designated funds, the funds that we get back from district, has already provided our resources to a micro farm over in Africa, you guys. So we've already started our international service program, but this is an opportunity for no money, just a little bit of time, talent, and love to love on an international student, become a friend and a mentor at TJC. With that, I'd like to invite Rochelle Iwar up to the podium to talk about community services. Rochelle is our community service director, and she has a lot of great programs and service projects that she has coming up. So please welcome Rochelle.
Hello, everyone. I feel terrible. Anyway, I've got this, but I apparently didn't get the email saying that. I didn't get the email saying about this, but y'all know me. I'm not at a loss for words. So I love this position, actually, being the former club membership director. This community service was perfect for what I already do out in the community as well. We do have some wonderful projects coming up through Keep Tyler Beautiful, Tyler Parks and Recs. We have a job in the fall, which is going to be much cooler and very hopefully nicer. And then also one in the spring. We've also got the Salvation Army bell ringing going. We'll definitely need people to sign up for that. We actually have 2 different days this year, which is going to be nice for the people that couldn't participate in the one day, then at least you have an option to do the second day. I love that. Like I said, I absolutely love this. You know me, if anyone that knows me is I dive head first and I'm willing to help wherever I can. And this director position is just perfect for that as far as, I'm having one of my major blonde moments right now. But like I said, those are the 2 main projects along with, that's not part of my deal, but of course the Christmas parade as well is coming up, so we definitely will need lots of volunteers for that. Holly keeps me on track with what we're doing and what we're not doing, so thank you for that. Am I missing anything, Holly?
October 7th is the Rose Garden Keep Tyler Beautiful.
Yes, October 7th, sorry, I don't have the dates in my head.
And then November 30th, the parade, bell ringing is the 5th and the 6th of December. Again,
November 30th is perfect.
did I say the wrong date?
I think so.
sorry.
See, Holly is the bomb, y'all, with all these dates, I'm telling you.
And then the 5th and the 6th of December are the bell ringing. And then
Yes.
April 6th is our next Keep Tyler Beautiful.
Love it, love it.
And that's also the same time with the historic Tyler preservation.
Good job.
What are we gonna do in 2025?
I don't know yet. Ask Colby.
So anyway, anyone that is interested in a position, it's just an honor to be able to give back and to be able to see everyone volunteering as a whole, as a unit within the community. As we all know, it's very, very important and it's imperative, you know. But that's it. If y'all have any questions, just let me know.
Good job.
Thank you, Michelle. Lots of opportunities. We were having new member training on Tuesday night, and Pamela, one of our meeting past presidents, said, you know, we talked money because Rotary is about, you know, a huge billion-dollar foundation, and there is a money component to Rotary, but there is so many ways for us to just give of our time, to give of our service. And so we want to make sure that you guys understand. Rochelle's looking for volunteers. So without further ado, I'd like to bring up Ms. Katie Hall, who is our Youth Services Director, and she is responsible for all things youth that our club does. So please welcome our Youth Services Director, Katie Hall.
Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to speak to you guys about what youth services is all about. So this is actually going to be my 3rd year being the Youth Services Director. And the biggest project that we do involves our Rotary Youth Leadership Awards, where we select students from area high schools to honor and recognize as recipients of this award. And they get to go to a camp in February where they get to build up their leadership skills together among their peers. So it's a really great experience for these kids. This year we have the schools participating, where we're going to select students from our Tyler High, All Saints, Rise Academy, Early College, and then we're looking at adding Cumberland Academy and Tyler Classical Academy as well. So we're probably going to have some additional students that we're going to be working with this year, so we're definitely going to need some help. You can get involved by helping us. We have interviews in the month of October, where we'll coordinate with the high school counselors and go out to those schools and interview candidates for these awards. And so we need volunteers to help us interview those kids. It's a really fun experience getting to meet them and ask them questions and just learn about who they are and who they want to be as leaders. Let's see. And then after, we usually select the recipients for the awards around November, December, and the students get notified. And then in January, they'll attend a RILA orientation where they learn about the camp. And then another area that you can volunteer with is we always need drivers to take the kids to the camp in February. So that weekend is going to be February 9th through 11th. So if you love getting to know kids and you have a valid vehicle, then please be sure to volunteer. A valid driver's license and vehicle, then please volunteer to help us get those kids to camp, because we really need your help with that. And I've heard so many people talk about the experience of driving those kids and just being in the car and getting to talk to them on the way there, and whenever they pick them up, especially getting to hear about what they did at the camp and what they learned, and just to see the change from the day one when they drove them there and then the day that they pick them up. They've just totally changed their entire.
Yeah,
That's a great program.
Great experience.
Love Riley.
One of the best things we do.
I agree, Greg.
And then the following week, we're gonna have those kids come to our weekly luncheon and get to speak about their experience. So that's always fun too. But interviews and driving the kids to and from camp, that's really where you guys can help out this year. So please let me know if you're interested. And then we also have, we're hopefully gonna be starting a Rotary Youth Exchange Program at some point. I don't have a lot of details on that yet, but hopefully this year we'll be implementing that program, and there will be other opportunities for you to get involved with youth services. So thank you.
Thank you, Katie. So if you love youth and you love being around young adults, young kids, it's a great opportunity to be connected. I would like to welcome to the podium now our Vocational Services Director, Ms. Rebecca Jones, who's going to talk about how we serve in the vocational service area. So welcome, Rebecca.
It defeated the
You handed me the mic and gave me 2 minutes. Good thing I'm a rule abider. No, I am very honored to be in this position to help out and serve the community this way. What my role is we have 2 off-site meetings that we facilitate. So that one's coming up next week. And then the second one, we already mentioned, but the second one is for Champions of Children. So we have that one set up for October, which we're so grateful that she's going to help facilitate that. And then my biggest role that we started, and it's a big one, it's a chunk. And I came on at the end of last year, so I kind of got roped into it, enjoyed it. And what I help do is the Young Citizens Banquet. And so all of you that have been a part of the Young Citizens Banquet know that's a huge undertaking. So, and last year when we did it, it was amazing because I think we said we have 3 hours to put everything together? 2 hours, that's right.
No pressure.
No pressure. But I look around at all these faces, I think every one of you showed up. I really do. You guys came in like a swarm and just made it happen. So, and that really says a lot about our Rotary Club. I mean, the fact that everybody just comes together, they help one another, and I'm just so appreciative of that. One of the things that we do, well, last year it was, we honored 84 students, and it was 27 teachers, and it was from 42 Smith County schools, surrounding schools. I think we're going to add some to that. Is that correct?
Yeah, we're
One
adding 2 more, so it'll be 44 schools.
Okay, 44.
And potential of 44 teachers of the year, but usually not all schools do a teacher of the year.
Okay. Yes, that's going to be big. And this year we're going to have it at the Crosswalk at Green Acres. So yes, and I think that'll be a nice venue to just honor those kids, those teachers, and there'll be plenty of parking for all of us. And I think it'll be just a nice, smooth venue. And that's what we want to do. We want to come together and honor those students, those teachers. Sometimes they don't have that recognition that they get. I mean, they've achieved a lot. And sometimes they don't get that recognition. And so that's what we want to do as an outreach to the community. And I'm sure you guys already know, but it goes into the Little White Book, and people like Billy Hicks, Jr. Yeah,
Billy Hibbs Jr.
Billy Hibbs Jr. and Congressman Moran, and hopefully, I'm hoping to maybe get him as a speaker. So we're gonna for the next event. So we'll just see if that can come to pass. He has a really busy schedule. So, but what you can do to help is we do have to ask for people that can be sponsors because it's such a big commitment, and that's how we outreach. We'll probably have close to 400 people that show up, and so that's a lot of mouths to feed. And if you or you know somebody that has a business that wants to sponsor, just let me know, because I'll be happy to. We do go ahead and we put it in the Tyler today. I don't know if you guys saw the Tyler today. Last year we were able to just tell about it, the organization, and we were able to go ahead and just honor our sponsors through that. We also honor them at the event too as well. So if you know of anybody that wants to help out, we would so appreciate that. Thank you.
Awesome. So mark your calendars for April
24th.
24th.
No, sorry. No, April 18th.
18th. Mark your calendars, April 18th. We'll be at Green Acres that night, and we're going to
Couldn't do
need
the 11th. so
all
the
hands
18th.
on deck. Okay, so that's awesome. I'd like to welcome to the podium now our Club Public Image Director, Mr. Bill Crew.
Okay. This year, I'm pleased to be the public image / information officer. When Donna and I joined the club in early 2021, soon after that, I was asked to be a junior board member by Allison. Didn't really know what it entailed, but turned out that it was a good deal. Being a junior board member was easy, fun. Last year, I was community service director. This year, I'm PIO. What I'm tasked with doing is showing our club in a positive light to the public and other Rotary clubs. One thing I'm passionate about, as most of you know, is history. And one of the things I like to show on our social media page is the rich history of the Rotary Club of Tyler that started in 1920. You'll notice a lot of times when I post things on District 5830 or our page, I put since 1920. It's not really our official name, but I like to put the Rotary Club of Tyler since 1920. I like to investigate what our club did back in the day. One of the interesting things I found the other day, accessing the Tyler Morning Telegraph, is that the Rotary Club of Tyler hosted a district event at the brand new Blackstone Hotel in January 1923.
Wow.
The Blackstone Hotel construction began in early 1921. The Rotary Club of Tyler had the first banquet and dance. Yes, they did things like that back then. They even had a glee club. They had all sorts of things we don't anymore. Anyway, the Rotary Club of Tyler, of course, was there until they had to move, and they moved to the women's building later on. One thing about social media, you either like it or you don't. The thing is, when most people look for any kind of organization or business, one of the first places they go, if not the first place, like I said, for better or for worse, is Facebook. Most people our age are on Facebook. Most people that are younger are on Instagram and social media, things like that. Current members are motivated to be active when they see an active Facebook page. Prospective members will be eager to join in a strong, when you have a strong media presence. Talented, motivated individuals wanting to serve is keen to our success in this organization. To me, it's quality over quantity in members. That should be our goal. Hopefully, they'll be attracted by a strong social media presence and also our good members out nowadays. My job is to show that our club is fun, active, is fun and active, and does good things for our community and actually beyond our borders. That's the reason for the posts and the text and the photos on our Facebook page. And as you say, I make a point every afternoon or every evening after the Thursday luncheon, I go home, and one of the first things I do is put this on our page and also District 5830 so they can see what we're doing. I put it on our club meetings, also our 5 o'clock somewhere, and volunteer activities. Plus, Facebook, in a way, is a historical document about what we do. Years from now, people are going to be looking back, and they're going to be wondering who belonged to this club in 2023. If they go back through our Facebook page and our photographs, they'll be able to see who was here then. And the rest of us, one of these days when we moved off or not doing this anymore for some reason, we'll sit back and we'll look about these times too, and know that these times were great times for us. An active social media presence to me is gold. Otherwise, a page is stale, and we've all seen those. Like I said, for better or for worse, it's where people go to find out about organizations. Really, my only ask right now is that you join the Facebook page if you're not on it. We know people are looking at it, whether they have likes or happy faces or whatever, because I go back, and being an administrator, I can tell how many hundreds and thousands of people are looking at our page. So it is working out there. But my other ask, I guess you would say, is when we're out of town for some reason, I'd like to be able to ask certain people to take those photographs so we can continue to, when we're out of town for some reason, I'd like to be able to ask certain people to take those photographs so we can continue to document what goes on in this organization.
Okay, so involved with that, please consider talking to Bill and being one of those photography people, or taking pictures of us and getting on social media. We have an administrative director for our club. The administrative director is responsible for club bylaws, our governance documents, and those kinds of things. So I'd like to bring Holly forward for just a minute to say if she would like to come forward. And well, she and David, clubs are governed by historical documents like constitutions and bylaws. And I wanted her to come forward because I know that it's not something that's sexy or whatever, but it's a critically important role. If somebody would like to be a part of our bylaws and constitution revision, that's all part of the club administration director's job. So I'd like to explain. George says, no, not me. But Holly, just a few.
I didn't know I was going to be talking.
I know, I put her on the spot.
I know, he's good at that. Okay, basically, when we go through the Constitution and bylaws, it is a labor of love to make sure that we do it correctly.
It's a labor.
It'll go through at least a minimum of 3 passes through the committee. We'll go through and edit and then go back and reread it and go, no, and we compare it to what Rotary International is to make sure we're in alignment. And then we'll go back and revise it again. This time in our bylaws, we reviewed it 5 times before we brought it to the membership. So it's something that is a little bit labor intensive, but it really gives you a good feel for Rotary and what our club does and how we should operate. So if you have an interest in doing that, please reach out to me. We are more than willing to have more people on the committee. For that, we'll have to go back and do another revision after the Council on Legislation, which I think is in 2024. So we'll have to go back and see if there are any changes that need to be made. So just let me know if you have any questions.
Yeah, that was for the 1 or 2 boys in the room. I just want to let you know there's a place for you. And I apologize. Yeah, so thank you, Holly. As club service director, because I serve as club service and membership director, club services is actually responsible for helping host our meetings and helping volunteers. You see that we have someone that does the Pledge of Allegiance. We have somebody that's praised, somebody that welcomes people. We have greeters. That's all a part of club services. So if you like that, we've always had that sign-up sheet, but there it is. Dr. Nichols has it right there. So we're always looking for people for you to participate that way. And the other ask that I have for this year is I'm looking for somebody that would want to take on helping us get birthday cards out to all of our club members, or birthday greetings out to all of our club members. So if you have any interest in that, please let me know. We are also looking for both a PEN and a PE. PEN is the president-elect nominee, and PE is the president-elect. Based on where we are right now, coming in the next couple of months, we're looking for people who want to get in line to be president of this club. When you're president of the Rotary Club, it's actually a 4-year commitment. We first enter as a president-elect nominee, where we in our club get responsibilities for putting the programs together and hosting those things. Colby's been doing a great job this year. Trudy did a great job last year. We're in all of these great speakers that we have. That's the president-elect coming up. I'm sorry, the president-elect. President-elect is the next step. That's the next year. They're responsible for the program. I apologize. And then we send you to a thing called PETS, President-elect Training Seminar. That's over in Dallas. It's a weekend away. Where we train you on all things Rotary. You learn about Rotary governance, Rotary Constitution, Rotary Foundation, all those good things, to then come back and really know enough to be dangerous as a president, and hopefully there's been some long-term Rotarians that will help us steer the path. And then you become president for your year. So you're actually 3 years out when you sign up to be president, or in this case of PE, 2 years out. And then you become what's called the immediate past president. The immediate past president in our club gets a year off, but then they go back into service as our foundation representative, our Rotary Foundation representative. So if you really love Rotary and you want the opportunity to be a president of our club, we are looking for you. So please mark on those pages. I'm just going to give everybody a few seconds to pick up the surveys. If you want to do hard copy, we'll be collecting those after the meeting. If not, you got an email from me that came out at 10 o'clock this morning. Hopefully there's something that you're interested about. No commitment. This is just a solicitation for if you want more information, so that each one of the directors can follow up with you to have more discussion, more information sharing, so that we can see if you're interested. So With that, any questions before we move on to the second half of our, and really the fun half of that? It was kind of it's celebration of membership because we do need your leadership, but does anybody have any questions for any of our directors?
Greg?
Jennifer?
On something. So everybody probably knows I'm the treasurer, but with an organization like ours, I think it's great to have more people share in that visibility. And I've been the treasurer for a while, and I'm happy being the treasurer, but if we have any young accountants that would like to contribute or help me with the financials and maybe get in line to do more things like that in the future, I would absolutely welcome that help.
Hey, and it's not necessarily an area of service, but we are always looking for help with the treasury because Jennifer is just taking such great care of us. But any accountants, like she says, or bookkeepers or somebody that would like to get involved with that, that's awesome. Okay, without that, thank you, Jennifer. I wasn't gonna, put that's great. That's awesome. All right, here we go. So we're gonna switch gears now, and we're gonna have some real fun. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Rotarians, distinguished guests, we gather here today to celebrate the values of Rotary, and for over 120 years, this Rotary Club has represented a global network of dedicated individuals committed to the life of service above self. Today, we renew our commitment to these principles and embrace the spirit of fellowship as we induct new members into our Rotary Club. We have 3 today, family, 3 brand new members. It's wonderful. Today, new members will take their place in a long line of servant leaders who built the foundation of this club, and its service to humanity. Literally around the world, this club has changed the world, both here in East Texas and around the world, for over 120 years. In our long tradition in membership, our newest members must be sponsored by an existing member of our club family. These sponsors have lived our duty and our values to host and to inform and to invite potential new members into our Rotary Club. These candidates have been vetted. They've agreed to live by our Rotary values, and they accept the obligations of what membership means in Rotary, to live by our 4-way test, to conduct ourselves both at our club meetings as well as in the community as a Rotarian. So for the first part of this, I'd like to bring forward our sponsors as well as our 3 new members. And so if we could please have Kim Pascal, sponsored by Bill Pascal. Could you please step forward?
All right.
We can have Casey Velasco, sponsored by Holly Lewis. Please step forward. And if we can have Grace Ann Miller, sponsored by Rebecca Jones. Please step forward. I'd like to offer the opportunity for the sponsors to share a little bit about why they're recommending their particular prospect in a candidate for membership. And I'll turn it over to first Bill Pascal.
Thank you, Greg. I first met Kim back in the mid-'80s. Moved out here with my first wife, met her at church. She's been a Rotarian all her life. She lives by the 4-way test. She's always concerned about others. She's always willing to help out. And I've been telling her for years and years, honey, you are a Rotarian. You just need to join the tribe. So here she is, ladies and gentlemen. I think you're going to really enjoy this, and I think that you're going to be a big addition to this club.
Yeah. Holly Lewis for Cassie Velasco.
So in this role, I am so blessed because I get the phone calls of, hey, can you tell me about Rotary? I really want to get involved in the community. And when I got a phone call from Cassie, she was just the sweetest thing on the phone. And then when I found out she worked at Breckenridge Village, which is near and dear to my heart, because we did a service project out there. So those that are going next week will also see what we did out at BBT. I was just thrilled to death when she said she wanted to come. So she is truly got a servant's heart and a Rotarian's heart. She is a native of East Texas, went to UT Tyler and the School of Business. And then she just, her servant heart, I don't want to read the bio like you gave me because it's too hard to do that. Because I want to speak from the heart. Every time we have a conversation, she is just so genuine. You see this smile? That's what you get every time you interact with this young woman. She is just amazing, and we are so blessed to have you join us. I can't wait. Thank you.
honor of inviting Grace Ann, and it's all one word. It's Grace Ann Miller. And as you can tell, I mean, she walks into a room and that smile. And I'm just so excited to have you a part of Rotary. She just jumped head into it all. I mean, and you can tell her heart is huge. She already is a service-oriented person. She works for Caldwell Banker, and that takes personality in and of itself. And so you can say, I mean, she's full of personality, and anybody that has just had a moment to meet her knows that she's going to be such an asset to all of us here.
Thank you, Rebecca. Okay, so now, inductees, thank you sponsors for allowing us and introducing us to these exceptional individuals and for recommending them for induction into our Rotary Club. Candidates, please, by accepting membership into our Rotary Club, you embrace the responsibility to uphold the ideals and values of Rotary. If you're willing to dedicate yourself to these values of service, diversity, leadership, integrity, and fellowship, please say I do. Okay. And now, if all the Rotarians in the room can please rise, I'd like to all of us reaffirm what we are committed to in the four-way test. So please, after each one of these, say I do, along with the candidates. Are we committed to conducting your personal and professional life in truth? I do. Are you committed to living a life that is fair to all concerned? I do. I do. Are we committed to building goodwill and better friendships in our club, our community, and the world? I do. I do. And are you committed to ensuring that your service will be beneficial to all concerned? I do. In recognition of this pledge of commitment, please accept this Rotary pin. Sponsors, if you would please pin our new candidates, our newest members, with this symbol of your membership from your sponsor. Wear it with pride. You can wear it anytime you want to. It's a great way to tell people that you're a Rotarian. And let it remind you of the impact that you make when you align your actions with the values of Rotary. In that fellowship, we can change the world with our service. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our newest members to the Rotary Club of Tyler. These new members have demonstrated unwavering commitment to serving their community. They already are serving in their community, embodying the spirit of Rotary. Their dedication in improving the lives of others is evident through their involvement with various volunteers. Grace Ann actually is a part of a ministry where she's feeding homeless underneath the bridges already. It's incredible. They possess exceptional leadership skills and a strong sense of integrity. We have no doubt that their energy and enthusiasm will enrich our club and amplify our collective efforts. With that, I would like to turn this back over very quickly to Madam President, if you could please officially come and close our meeting. After this close, if we could then please form a receiving line so that each member, as we adjourn, can bring a warm welcome to each one of these new members. Madam President.
Thank you, Greg. We are so excited to have you as new members. Yes, I got it.
Oh yeah, he's a guy.
Got it. But I'm not going to forget that. I want to welcome you personally to our club. I think this is wonderful. You guys are going to love it here. I do have something for you here. This is your four-way test challenge coin. You can carry it with you, and it reminds you of the four-way test. Okay. And no, and you please stay up here so that as soon as we do with the Ace of Diamonds and the four-way test, people can come by and greet you. But no, I will not forget the four-way test. I'm sorry, I will not forget the Ace of Diamonds. Okay. I don't know where it ended.
Over $2,100.
But it's over $2,100. So I certainly hope you all have your tickets. I know I have my one ticket. And who would we like to draw the winning ticket? Immediate past President Allison Cambry will be drawing the ticket. And remember, if you win and you are a member, you get half of what's in the pot, and then if you are a visitor, you get 1/4.
The last three numbers are 544.
544.
Hey!
Annie is halfway there. Now she just has to draw the Ace of Diamonds.
Oh boy.
6 of diamonds. All right.
We were pulling for you,
It is
too.
another week.
Sure you were.
This has been a fun meeting. Please stand as we recite the 4-way test of the things that we think, say, or do first.
Is it the truth?
Second.
Is it fair to all concerned?
Third.
Will it build goodwill and better friendships?
And fourth.
Will it be beneficial to all concerned?
And Brandy would like for us to remember 5th, which is
it fun?
Is it fun? And we are adjourned. Please come by and welcome our new members.
Please welcome our new members to the receiving line here.